We are at Lizzard's Art Gallery in downtown Duluth with curator Penny Clark. Thank you for showing us around Mother Earth.
Well, thank you for coming.
Tell me about this show and how did you pick what was in it?
I decided to have women artists, and I solicited probably about 40, maybe 45. I can't remember how many people I asked. We ended up with about 35 women artists from around the area. I gave them small parameters. It needed to have an earth-conscious theme, and it needed to be no bigger than 14 inches framed.
So tell me about this collection in the middle here.
Well, this collection is Anita Curtis, who's an artist in the area, and most everybody knows Rosemary Catormanson with her bears. Very colorful. This one is the bear hugging the earth. This one is the bears dancing around the moon. I picked the owl because I just thought it was just a lovely, beautiful piece. But every piece has some kind of nature in it in some form.
You used the word whimsical when you were looking at some of these pieces down here.
Some people don't like to use the word whimsical for art, but you know, there's the seriousness part and then there's the fun part. And when you look at something like this or like this grouping right here, it's very whimsical. The beauty and the creativity in something like this is it's a little bit more whimsical than just a landscape scene per se. When you look at something like Allison Awney's piece here, Allison, as everybody knows, has always a lot going on in her piece. And if you look really, really close into the center, there's the North America. That is beautiful. This is a fabric piece, and it's looking down at the little bit of land that's left with all the buildings around it. I thought it was quite stunning. This piece over here is Nikki Johnson, and that's a piece of the sun.
It's beautiful. I mean, it is impactful.
And when you look at something like this, obviously you can see the whimsy. It's got the rubber duck in there with the real birds flying in. The last piece on the wall is Laura Stone. People always think that it's rather ironic that her name is Stone and she works in stone, but that she's always done mosaics of some kind, and that piece is quite intricate and heavy.
Wow. That is beautiful. I love how she did the edges.
The edges, that's what I thought too.
Wow.
And then over here we have, this was a gal that I found at the Art Institute show. She had done a chair. We have one of her chairs in the window. Well, what the challenge of this show is to get people to think small. Because people say, well, I don't work that small. Well, think about it and work small. And then the show actually evolved because my friend Pat Joyle, who I owned the gallery with many, many years ago, said she started doing birch paintings, very small birch paintings. I said, well, let me see some of them. Maybe we can have a show. This is Alia Yellowbird, who most people know is doing really big pieces. Her work is quite fascinating. This one is called I Liken You. And of course it's got lichen on it. And I think Betsy's piece we probably could have sold 6 times over.
When you step back from this, does it tell a cohesive story, or what?
I think it really
impacts?
does. I think what it really does is it shows that you can use the theme of nature in any medium that you're using. We're a town of parks, we're a town of rivers, we're a town with a big lake, and it's got to have an impact on you. A little more sunshine would help, but it'll come in his day. So,
well, thanks for bringing sunshine into the gallery.
Well, thank you for coming.